Hey, welcome to YouTube channel. Into Play, Tony Murata here. Sorry about the lack of a challenge recording from the previous weekend. I was busy doing some real life stuff. But I'm going to try and make it up to you, try and get some leagues recorded while we wait for the next weekend's challenge, which I should be scheduled to record and play for you guys. We're just going to start out with the stock mono green list. I am kind of feeling in a creative brewing mood, so possibly in the near future you'll see one of my alternate Cloudpost brews in a video. It's always been a aim of my content creation, is to show the various ways to build Cloudpost decks. Even this stock list that I'm always playing, this was a brew at 1.2. Alright, run the draw here. I'm going to try this. We have our first Cloudpost. We also can get a Glimmerpost, like a Needle down turn 1 if we need to. This Green Sun is the only green card that we currently don't have access to. It's not the worst. It's a colorless threat. We're just gonna have to get hit by this monkey, but let's try and get Wasteland figured out first. Daze. Alright. Maybe they'll end up in a spot where they daze something else and then I can Tabernacle and get them really good. If you remember, there was a time against Delver in a challenge where a Tabernacle just wrecked this deck. I should highlight that moment. Probably one of the best times I've ever had against Delver. So I hope they play like Delver now, and then they daze one of these cards next turn, and Tabernacle just wrecks them. And they didn't shuffle. Is it gonna happen? Please, please, please. What would I rather get dazed? Probably just the Needle at this point. I don't really care about Wasteland if I'm killing their creatures. Come on, daze. Daze it, boy. Damn. Alright. Well, Tabernacle's still gonna answer one of these creatures, which is nice. Man, I really liked this main deck Tabernacle, I gotta say. I know people hate to hear it, but I think this card is necessary if you're trying to win with Post. Like, look what it's about to do. They have to get rid of a creature. This is a land that's doing that. They're also taking themselves off of mana, so they can't cast anything at the moment. I think people try and make excuses to try and justify not needing to buy this card. But just proxy it. Don't play this deck without a Tabernacle, in my opinion. It's a pretty key land in a lot of spots as well. What's happening next turn? Took a Cloudpost. I kind of want to just try and go for Haymakers. Just not even bother with like Reclaimer at this point. This thing is a 3/3 already. Yeah, I'm likely going to play Cloudpost out this next turn. The turn after that, I might choose to Green Sun for Endurance and stem the bleeding. Ooh. That might change things, honestly. It slows down my game-winning play by a turn. But I would not mind just getting Ragavan off the table. Slowing that down and not taking the 2 damage off it. Alright, let's see if this map gets dazed. At this point, we just play into daze because of Tabernacle and their lack of mana. Yeah, let's play Reclaimer here. I will definitely block Ragavan if given the opportunity to. And ever since I cut Mazavith, I've wanted the Tabernacle to be main deck. I know this is probably just in my head, but I'm convinced that this deck wants exactly 27 lands. It's the number I've been on for forever. It just feels right to me. What does Monkey take this time? Another Cloudpost. I only have 1 actual Cloudpost left in deck. It's kind of silly. Alright, let's play another Reclaimer out. Probably just get another Cloudpost via this map. Let's see what happens this turn. Let's see if Reclaimer lives to block Ragavan or not. They're pretty close to a big Murktide. So I'm kind of leaning towards getting this an Endurance down ASAP this next turn if I need to. Yeah, let's block this. I really hope they don't Murktide right here, right now. Yeah, let's get Cloudpost here. Play our Green Sun, try and get Endurance. And hopefully we draw like 1 more mana source this turn and guarantee this Kozilek the turn after. Sweet, which we did. Yeah, let's go attempt to get Endurance. That's definitely worth doing here. Okay, Force, pitching Murktide. Alright, so kind of like the same thing happened anyway. I essentially answered Murktide, but I will be taking 3 damage from this. They put a Force of Negation into the graveyard. Alright, this is a scary next turn. And also if I want to play this Kozilek currently, I have to use my land drop for this Misty, which could expose me to Bolt. And I really hope we draw like a Glimmerpost next turn. I think that would be the best draw. Give me some life and give me more than enough mana to get Kozilek down. They did not shuffle, by the way. Like if this is Murktide right now, this Kozilek probably won't do it at all. Oh god, 8/8 Murktide. Alright, need a good draw. It's not going to do it, unfortunately. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm stuck at 10 mana either way. This thing will kill me. One last look, make sure. Like, what could I possibly draw? I was thinking like Endurance to shrink this thing, but then that just grows Murktide anyway. Alright, let's leave no stone unturned. I just want to see what Kozilek would have gotten me. What was close. I know people would point this out if this was like on a stream live, but if this was Ulamog, another one, that would have been way better in this spot. Which I agree. I still like the variation that this Kozilek gives. It is Delver, though. you can't feel bad about losing to the best deck in the format. So this is my sideboard plan against Delver. We want to go for these endurance carpets to help cast them all. That's just part of the plan. That's just meant to be like a speed bump, basically to buy you time against anything besides Murktide. We're cutting all the crop rotations, because those are miserable for them to steal off Monkey. We're going to cut down 2 of the Reclaimers, because these are just too weak to so many bolts, so much creature removal. And we're looking to use our Green Sun for endurance first thing in a lot of cases anyway. I just feel like weird cutting them entirely though, so I don't mind having like a couple of them to search up possibly like later in the game. And we also cut Dark Depths. Considering they bring in Submerge most of the time, likely will not go for the 2020. Keep Rec Sage in for random hate cards like Alpine Moon and whatnot. So we'll be on the play. Zand looks so unexciting. Really hope this carpet resolves though. Let's try it. If it doesn't, we need a second mana source to get this endurance down. But at least we already have 2 natural forests, 2 natural green sources already. So that's critical at least. They have no idea how important this is. Next turn, if they give me an island, do I play this through days? Probably. Definitely. Yeah, let's just play this endurance. Let's just plan to use Green Suns from this point for endurances. Just because they buy more time. Okay, I think this is fine. Force pitching. Put my Exile Zone next to their graveyard. Force pitching Ponder. Hopefully we get a mana source next turn. I'm going to try and Green Sun for another endurance. Hopefully that'll just buy me enough time to bridge my way to this prime time. Oh, not my endurance. I wanted that. Alright, we got a 4th mana source. This thing. Not too worried about this. But that's kind of dangerous to have that in hand. Let's not draw our Kozilek now. Let's just go attempt to get an endurance here. More endurance. Sweet. Could try and become the Monarch next turn if I really want to. Sit their graveyard, play Eye of Ugin. Not the greatest land. If we get an island and another mana source, I'm probably just slamming prime time. And so many zones to show. It's my graveyard. If I get a chance to swing with this endurance, I think I do just attack with it. Try and get an extra card draw. Really need some action at this point. I need more mana for one thing. Yeah, let's block this. Probably means like a bolt to follow up, which again is fine. Ah, basic mountain. Delver and its basic mountains. Ooh, I like that map. Let's see if that happens. We're going to get Yavimaya here. It's essentially like a soul land. Turning this Eye of Ugin into mana for prime time. I think I'd rather go get a Cavern though. And then if we get either one more island or a mana source next turn, then prime time's definitely gonna happen. Let's do that. Pressure's on you, opponent. Pretty clearly telegraphing what's about to happen. Is there a Kozilek at some point? Get this all shuffled back. This is the last prime time in this one in hand. Come on, one more island, please. Help into play out. Help me cast my giant things. Yavimaya is gone now, should note. Man, not this previous weekend, but the one before. I didn't end up recording. Or I think it was the match that the recording didn't work when I tried it. But I actually lost to Delver, to Court of Cunning in particular. It's pretty silly. They hit stage. Wasteland. That's unfortunate. Alright, we need some help now. Kozilek, please get overturned soon. It's a turn too late. Let's still attempt it. Naming Wasteland, of course. This matchup, it's always a challenge. I know Monkey is overpowered, but I don't hate it to the extent that other people do. Maybe it's just my approach to Magic. If I get too pissed off at something, I probably just won't play if I'm not enjoying. There's Kozilek. I was waiting for that. Everything is back. Force of Will. Hate to see that. Taking 5 here. We steal a Glimmerpost. It's kind of annoying. No green sun for me. Okay. I mean, let's try and cast that. We know they have a Force of Will, so... But we gotta get through at some point. If it did resolve, I'm gonna put theirs back. There's only one Wasteland left in their deck still. Interesting. I'm in danger. My life total is real liability here, though. Dash your Monkey. This carpet's getting past the point where it's ever gonna generate more than 2 mana for me. Interesting. Once upon a time. Yeah, gotta try and find some land. Tabernacle, Karakas, Thespian Stage. I think Karakas is pretty clearly the pick here. Keep Monkey at bay for a turn. Helps me develop the mana. Too bad there's no No Cavern of Souls there. I also wouldn't mind finding like a Glimmerpost as well. Dead to 2 bolts. You know, if they bolt once, it means they have 2 of them. Murktide. The monster. Think we lose this. Cage doesn't even do anything now. GG's. Well, the plan didn't work out that time. I thought the game plan was solid, but it just didn't work out. Alright, welcome to round 2. On the play here. Down 0-1 in this league. Yeah, I'll try this. It's not spectacular, but it has early plays. It's one of the things I would ask for. Let's wait on this needle until we know what we're up against. And without anything better, I think we just say Wasteland. I could just guarantee this map happens instead. Let's do that. Could have played it in the face of that Delta, but okay, I think we definitely named Wasteland. This looks like some sort of loam deck. There's also the option of naming like Karakas and trying to kill him at the steps. But I think it's annoying. Man, I might just go for the depths. This seems like a risk worth taking this game. Probably just going to get Cloudpost with this map, though. Idle Spellbomb. Yeah, let's get Cloudpost. I don't know if I want to play Cloudpost out this next turn, though. I might be interested in just Rec-Saging this. Doing that and not playing the Cloudpost would also be safer at protecting the Cloudpost for next turn. Because that way I can immediately make stage with a copy of Post. So yeah, I don't think I want to play the Cloudpost out just yet. Let's play Yavimaya as the land for this turn. And let's just try and Rec-Sage the Spellbomb. I know it's pretty unimpressive, but at least stop them from like drawing a card. Man, is it worth just going for the steps next turn? What could go wrong? They can answer it with like a Lily if they first answer the Rec-Sage somehow. Okay, let's not do that then. I'll discard this Chasm. Get rid of this Forest. It's risky. I might just go for the depths, to be honest. They have 3 cards in hand. They get pretty punished if they have another Smallpox. But I do just kind of like making them have it. Especially in this spot where I can't even protect the Cloudpost like I was originally going to do. Yeah, we're going to go for it. YOLO. If they have a swap box, this is so bad. That seemed like a fetch to thin. Could be Lily. It's also bad. Come on. No edict effect. No edict. Eye from the loam. Innocent blood. Okay. Am I going to get Reclaimer right now? Or do I just try and... I feel like I just don't have time to try and get to this to be a prime time. If I can dodge like a Wasteland one more turn from the loam, next time I could potentially use it to go get Endurance. Maybe the 3-4 Reclaimer is just better to have around though. And if that survives a turn, then I can just go get Bojuka Bog. It also taxes their Liliana if they're going to play that. Yeah, I'm going to go get Reclaimer. We've been pressuring their creature removal at the very least. So I feel like they have to run out at some point. Dredging Loam, let's see. Looks like they are not. At least this looks like an interesting match. Might salvage this 0-1 league. This ends up being interesting. God, him to Torak. Shit. Alright. Yeah, let's just bog them right now. I don't want them to get Loam back. Their cyclers are down right now as well. Got nothing going on though. Excellent. I could try and play to their Saga, get like a Vesuva, but in all likelihood I'm probably just going to go get a Cloudpost first thing. Let's see what happens. Thespian Sage doesn't seem like the worst either. Just because I could use that to copy their Saga. But if I'm only going to get one use out of this Reclaimer, I think I'd rather just get a Cloudpost here. Yeah, let's bin this forest. Let's just get a Cloudpost. I'll sack the Bog. Another Loam? Yeah, let's just get rid of the Bog. I need to try and make some headway at some point. Bog is like a little bit safer, but that's not a bad draw. The unfortunate thing is the Bog is gone now, so I can't hit this Loam in particular. It's going to be a tough matchup though, I'll say that. Pithing Needle, probably name Reclaimer, as I expected. Loam. Could be worse. Get some more lands. Ooh, prime time. Can I afford to take that, though? I feel like I should. Spend this turn. Or no, I can't Reclaimer, so let's keep that in mind. Next turn they're gonna start generating a bunch of shit. There's also the option of another Reclaimer and just going beat down. I feel like that doesn't have much of a chance of working, though. They kind of seem like they're out of gas, finally. If they get Smallpox again, it sucks having the prime time, losing that from hand. But we are 2 mana away from just casting it. I could see any of these 3 options. Let's take prime time. I just have the best feeling about that. I guess I swing here because they're gonna make a construct next turn. And these are gonna be 4/4s. For the most part, I feel pretty bad about this game at this point, but I think the prime time, not anymore. Before, it gave us the best chance of winning, at least. Has the name Saga, right? Saga or Wasteland? I don't know where I go from here, though. That's the thing. I think I say Saga. That way I... Yeah. I don't know how we get out of this, though. Because I gotta chump one of these, so I go to 3 next turn. I guess these are gonna be... I'm gonna take 10, so... Because of the artifact they get with this. Oh, okay, I think we're just dead now. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Wouldn't have been a bad draw. Loam Pox. This seems miserable. I'm going to bring the Force of Vigors just because I saw so many Sagas. Also Endurance. Probably just these 7. What's coming out? I do like crop rotations. They're a non-blue Wasteland deck, which is always good for crop rot. Probably some number of the maps. I might keep a single map in to tutor off of an Urza Saga if I end up copying one of theirs. I think that has to be some of the cuts. Depths. I don't think I should go for it. Oh yeah, I went for Depths that game. Yeah, if I hadn't went for Depths, I think we might have had enough to finally just get there eventually. That was a pretty good example of when Depths treats you poorly in this deck. Other than that, kind of like everything else, though. Maybe if I cut the maps entirely. Because Pithing Needle, if I do end up copying a Saga, is a pretty good thing to search up anyway. There's plenty of things to Needle. So maybe I don't even need the Needle as a tutor target. And against these Pox decks, I like to keep the pressure, like the early threats, the ability to chip away as much as possible. So I want all the endurance. We can try 2 Force of Vigors. Maybe it's not like the most important card, but it has some pretty good targets at the very least. Against Pox, it's best if you don't mulligan. And the sand is fine. Start with Reclaimer. Okay. Guessing they'll take Needle. Which makes my next turn kind of forces me into spending my mana to activate Reclaimer next turn. Oh, they took the Green Sun. Interesting. Let's try and go one more turn. Just to try and get our Cloudpost out. I think that's going to be critical. Let's get rid of... Like, if I get Smallpox, what would I like to get rid of? Probably a Forest. Okay. I mean, this way... If they Smallpox, and I don't have my green source, unfortunately. So it might have been better to play Glimmerpost. End up searching up a Cloudpost. I might get punished here. But I definitely want to keep the Cloudpost around. Let's just ramp colorless from here on out. Get rid of Glimmer. They're also a green deck themselves, so there's the possibility of just like... I guess the Vesuva's gone now. Could always take their green source. I'm gonna say Wasteland with this. I'm probably just gonna play this other one out as well. Let's say Liliana. Saw that last game. It's a card I can't let go unanswered. I think I made a mistake though, not by playing out that second forest. I should have played out a Glimmerpost. Giving myself the option to have a green source later in this game. Okay. Once again, I hope they don't Smallpox. Maybe they'll Thoughtseize. Smallpox would be brutal here, though. Shit, it's not good. Man, this opponent is such a hater. Like, all the worst things for us. I was about to say a green sum to be incredible. It's not. I still have no regrets committing these needles to the cards I did. The static ability is what makes Ashiok devastating, not so much the mill ability. Although that is significant too. Oh, Ghost Quarter. Oh, shit. I hope we draw a prime time next turn. Otherwise, I feel a scoop incoming soon. And then you probably will never hear about this again, this league. Alright, let's take the prime time. And just hope we have the mana to get it done next turn. No promises, of course. This is definitely like a fringe deck where if you were to try and think like what could the worst possible matchup for your deck be, this is definitely one of those fringe ones that like would be like the worst of the worst against Boast. Like mono black box is annoying as is. And the screen life from the lone version is even worse. Come on, I need mana source. I can't even search with prime time if it happens. But it's a threat though. Alright. Do what we can. What am I getting here? Bojuka Bog for sure. Oh no, I can't search anything. That sucks. Come on, don't kill Mr. Prime Time for a turn. And then 2 turns from now, if he lives, then I'll get to start searching up things. That is needled currently. Interesting. Alright, I think I want to use this ASAP. Let's hit Ashiok. And then get an Endurance. Put all this shit back under. And that also gives us another body against Lily if they have like a Abrupt Decay. Yeah, let's hit Ashiok first thing. This will turn on my search abilities, assuming this happens. Yeah, like I sense a decay here. Mr. Endurance. My next choice. Nice. It's turned around nicely thus far. Two cards in hand. Pithing Needle. It's annoying. Thespian Stage. Okay. So how big can this construct be? It's going to be a 4/4. Alright, let's just swing it to Lily first thing. Let's probably get Cloudpost Eye and just work from there. Maybe Tabernacle even. Yeah, I think I do like Tabernacle. Let's try and hit this Lily first thing though. Yeah. There's also the option of putting them to 9, but do I want Tabby over? Yeah, I think I just get Cloudpost first thing. Tabby, Cloudpost. Alright, I think they conceded. Like, we definitely weren't out of the woods just yet. I think that was kind of premature. But I don't know if I'd get Eye immediately, just because they likely have another Pithing Needle. But yeah, I think I would have gotten Tabernacle Cloudpost with the primetime trigger. Do I change anything here? Maybe I'll cut a couple crop rotations, just since I've seen Ashiok now. I kind of like hitting these Mox Diamonds, hitting Constructs, hitting Urza Saga. I think we just try and go and blow them out via Force of Vigor. even at the expense of some crop rotations. I think it's worth taking a chance with that. They mold to 6. We're on the draw. And you might think this is terrible, but I'm going to try this. I don't want to mulligan against a Smallpox Thoughtseize deck. Plus, maybe we just get him with Force of Vigor. We have 3 of our pitch cards. So we can answer Loam. Hopefully they get like a Mox Diamond opener. No. Okay. That's unfortunate. Let's skip Wasteland. Taken care of first thing. Really wanted to land there. God, that's annoying. Hit a Green Sun and a Force of Vigor. It's not the worst. Fuck. That's awful. They're gonna know now, too. Fuck. So bad. It's annoying. Suppose it's not the worst thing just yet. Alright. That can be a Bayou, which I will definitely do that. Come on, no Abrupt Decay for 1 turn, please. Oh, they're milling themselves. I see. Alright, I'm gonna Once Upon a Time here. Hopefully find a forest. Get this Reclaimer down. I'll take a Cavern, I guess. That sucks, but... yeah, I need the land. And I'm gonna name Elf, also. Awkward. Suppose there's no Loam yet, which is nice. God. Let's get rid of Glimmerpost. Discard Emrakul. On green source. Man, this Cavern on Elves is like the worst possible thing now. Okay. Yeah, it's trying to land. I think that's the most important thing. Forest. Excellent. That is what I want, I think. Hope I don't have to Endurance away a Loam this next turn. Nice. Ooh, excellent. I'm gonna flash this in then. I'm just gonna bog their graveyard though. There's no point in letting that sit around. I can taste it. I think we're close. Let's flash this in. Put my own stuff back, I suppose. Why not? Try and smack Ashiok. Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of that. It's annoying. Looks like I'm just flashing another endurance for this next turn. Try again next turn. Try and get another endurance back. Kill Ashiok, please. Yeah. It's prime time now. Cloudpost Eye. Just try and win. Yeah, take that, Pox deck. This feels pretty convincing. Sack my endurance. Smallpox. Force of Vigor. And this Cavern at this point. Let's just get another. I'll speak of the devil. They're out of cards in hand. I tapped incorrectly. Yeah. That's how we beat Pox, baby. Round 3 on the draw. Currently 1-1. And how about endurance thus far this league? I'd say that's the MVP. Sand is a nice mix of everything for an early game. If I can find like a Cloudpost off once. Oh yes, a D&T. I think we're about to be 2-1. Let's take prime time. Get a Reclaimer down. This Needle will definitely end up naming Vale at some point. But I would like to try and get my first Cloudpost out ASAP before I mess around with Needle. That's annoying. Alright, well I guess Needle's probably coming down this next turn then. Just play out Needle, Reclaimer. It's not bad. Let's see if they'll block. Because I would definitely block, considering I have a second one here. No, okay. Really don't like Stage all that much against D&T. But I guess I'll preserve the Glimmerpost if my life total ends up being an issue later. Ether Vial. Generally against Ether Vial decks, if they have their namesake card out, you want to prioritize needling that. Even though we could get wastelanded, it's more important to stop their game plan. Thalia is kind of annoying. Let's make that the land and plan to Once Upon a Time with the Thalia attacks. That's the next thing we do. Goal is to get to this prime time. I do like how Thalia taxes their non-creature spells. It's fine. Okay. I mean, no Skyclave is good. Come on, Cloudpost, please. Damn. I'll just let them wasteland the stage. Cloudpost or Tabernacle. I think I just need Cloudpost though. Yeah, we want to try and just win, close it out. See if they wasteland right now. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's try and dodge one more wasteland. Even if we get wastelanded again, these things are then 3/4s. That's not even the worst thing. I'm gonna block this spirit. 3 damage is kind of a lot. I'd gladly trade a Reclaimer for that. Yes, no wasteland. That's what we wanted to see. We'll likely go get Eye of Ugin off this to follow up this prime time next turn. Prime time, we'll probably search up this Cloudpost Tabernacle. Unless I'm forced to get like another Cloudpost here at the map. But I feel pretty good about this game now at this point. Flicker Wisp. What? They're gonna target Reclaimer. Okay, I'll take 7. It's fine though. Please, no wasteland. Don't sandbag a wasteland. Yeah, let's go get Eye here. Precious Eye of Ugin to close the game safely later. Alright, let's get Tabernacle Cloudpost off prime time. Tabernacle Cloudpost, and I'll play Glimmerpost afterward to maximize the life gain. It's probably worth doing. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I could also play a Forest and another Reclaimer, but it doesn't do much for me. Once again, Maindeck Tabernacle coming up pretty big here. And now they are locked out from playing stuff. And Tabernacle and Endurance today. So the MVPs of this league thus far. Alright, Bog and Depths. I always take those out against D&T. Do I want Endurance against D&T? I don't think I do. I've been citing in all the Force of Vigors in exchange for Bog, Depths, and 2 maps. Just as like extra tools to fight against Aether Vial. Just like the main thing to slow them down with. I could see maybe bringing in some more Endurance as blockers, but I don't think I need to do that. It's not like map is bad against him either. It's fine. Can get revokered among other things. I'd say this league is YouTube worthy thus far. Anytime I lose the first round, especially against a typical deck like Delver, start to think like, okay, this one probably won't see the light of day to all you. But that Pox round last round, I feel like I played it pretty well. It was a bad matchup and we got there somehow. Now you get to see a D&T stomp. Hopefully we get some interesting stuff these last 2 rounds, this league. I'm gonna keep this. Crop rotation's great against D&T. I'm gonna hope to find either a Primeval Titan or a Cloudpost off Once Upon a Time. Like the crop rec could end up being the Cloudpost that I'll eventually need anyway. And I just need like a threat at this point. Alright, I have both options. Yeah, let's take the prime time. The rest of this turn, I'm going to Sneedle Aether Vial. Well, I do have this Force of Vigor, though, is the thing. I could just say Wasteland, knowing that this Force of Vigor will one day probably hit this Aether Vial. It's also the option of Port, but I would still name Wasteland over Port in pretty much any spot. Let's do Wasteland. Hope we draw another green card that I'm willing to pitch to Force of Vigor. Maybe they'll give us like a Spirit or a Revoker, something else to hit too. Alright, I'm glad they named that here. I'm gonna port this. Do I crop right now, get my Cloudpost, and get the Vesuva down on Cloudpost? That's the question. I think I do like doing that, actually. Let's get the ramping started. Perfect. It's a good draw. I think I'm probably going to name Port with that. I hope we draw a green card next turn, because I don't want to pitch this prime time. Or we draw Yavimaya. I'm kind of inclined to Needle Port, and just hope this prime time can land next turn. Maybe that's risky, not naming Vile. Let's see what we draw. Let's hope we just draw a green card. Thalia, okay. Port Cloudpost. Oh. Now I'm kind of inclined to just say Ether Vial with the Pithing Needle. If they want to advance their board, then they'll have to tap out, which kind of answers the port anyway. So yeah, let's play Forest. Open it up at the most possible plays next turn, and then play this Needle down, naming Ether Vial. It's kind of a shame because the Force of Vigor is not going to do much anyway at this point, but it's the progress of this game thus far. I think Ether Vial is the best thing to name here. And if they tap out their lands, then just slam Primetime next turn. Guess what one of the 2 Primetime lands will be if it happens. You know it. It's the 1 reserveless card, but it's not happening this turn. Okay. Yeah, I don't even care about Thalia at this point. If they end up porting an upkeep, I might have a pair of artifacts to kill. I'll just take this for now. Just don't care. It actually takes them a mana off of playing something like Cataclysm that could be like potentially devastating. Yeah, I'm not ready to fire this off yet. There's the other green card I was waiting for. Suppose just play another green source out. And then next turn just hope Primetime comes down. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I want to keep their Thalia in play at this point. Take him away from the big bad Cataclysm. This Primetime is set to happen next turn. I expect a scoop shortly after. Yeah, let's just get Tabernacle Eye. Yep. That's annoying. Oh well, it's not even the end of the world. I'll just wait a turn on that. I'll just get Cloudpost Eye then. It'd be frustrating if they were at like 3 mana already. And they're probably expecting Tabernacle anyway, so they might just scoop here. Oh, thank you. That's nice, opponents. Sorry you had a terrible matchup. Yeah, those that don't know, I should be back to streaming in about a month or so. If anybody knows, like, how I'm supposed to go about finding, like, video editors, I want, like, an intro video for my streams and some technical stuff that I have no idea how to do. I'd be willing to pay somebody for it. for those of you that are interested in commenting in the middle of this video here. But we're 2-1. We got a good matchup. Let's see how the rest of this league again turns out. 2-1, round 4 here on the draw again. We'll try it. Needs a green source, but other than that, there's plenty of lands, potential turn 1 Reclaimer. Green source, please. Excellent. I see Windstep Teeth, and my first thought is green-white depths. But I suppose it could be anything. Should be a difficult matchup. I feel like Savannah is an indication that the matchup will be tough. It's probably Knight of the Reliquary. It's always a difficult card for this deck to play against. It's kind of an awkward spot. If I don't draw another untapped source next turn, then I likely would just play Karakas. But if this is green-white depths, then I'd like to keep the Karakas around. I also would like to not get rid of the forest if I don't have to. Maybe I would just go get Yavimaya at that point. Yeah, I feel like this is probably green-white depths. Alright, what's the plan here? Part of me wants to go get Tabernacle or play it out here. But doing that sets me back so many turns. The point of Tabernacle mostly being that I don't want them to play Knight of the Reliquary next turn. And even just buying a turn with that could be worth it. I think I just play the untapped source here. Likely exchange the forest for Yavimaya. Just because I'd like to keep Karakas and forest around. And go from there. Really hope they don't play Knight next turn though. Also, Once Upon a Time. But getting Yavimaya would set up this Tabernacle, which I intend to use, though. Yeah, let's just go get Yavimaya first. Next turn, play Tabernacle, and probably play the second Reclaimer out. Oh, nice. That's good, too. Now, alternatively, I could play Cloudpost. Just trade the Karakas for another Cloudpost. And then next turn, just slam Primetime. I think that's probably better at this point. Because they'll probably sack Flagstones. They'll go get a Wasteland, most likely. And if they do that, I guess I could just keep the Reclaimer on defense. Just always holding it up in face of their Wasteland. Yeah, let's try and do that. If they go for Wasteland lines, they might also They'll grow my Reclaimer, they'll take themselves off mana, and make the Tabernacle kind of a better contingency plan if I have to fight through a bunch of Wastelands. But I definitely expect this to go find Wasteland here. I'd be shocked if this was not Wasteland. And it's possible I should have spent that last turn playing out the second Reclaimer and playing like more of a long game against Wastelands. I'm kind of taking the high risk, high reward line by trying to get to this prime time quickly. So we'll see if it pays off. I would like for them to tap out and not have Wasteland up. I'll just get rid of this Karakas, go get another Cloudpost, and then Tabernacle will likely be the land next turn. No Wasteland yet is fine. Okay, they can make their 2020 now. Should be noted. Even so, I think I still just want to try and get the prime time down. The prime time trigger next turn will have to involve a Glimmerpost to preserve my life for the turn. And also probably Eye of Ugin. Just because I need somewhere to try and get to. There's also Glacial Chasm, but I want to try and preserve that as long as possible. Eye of the Reliquary, okay. Alright, let's slam prime time this next turn. I think going for a risky prime time might have actually paid off here. Cloudpost. Let's play Tabernacle. We can't die this next go around. So I think I just go get Cloudpost. Man, can I afford to not get Eye? Because no, I guess this just starts wastelanding me next turn anyway. I might as well just start throwing business spells out there. I don't think Cloudpost Eye. Either Cloudpost Eye or just more Cloudposts. Maybe I find off Once Upon a Time and I'll draw Z that way. Yeah, maybe I just get Cloudpost at this point. That would also make my Glimmerpost, they'll have to get like next turn much better as well. Yeah, let's get Cloudpost. I don't trust being able to get through via Eye, or get the Eye down in time. We'll get a Vesuva as the next Cloudpost. And I'll likely need to get a Bojuka Bog at some point soon also. Clear both these things. Thinking Bog, Glimmerpost, if I get a swing with the prime time. But just getting a shitload of mana here. Oh shit. Please don't kill me. I don't think they can. Yeah, I kind of expected Wasteland. Just getting a shitload of mana lets me... It gives me the option to just try and swing for a home run and hit an Eldrazi. Prismatic Ending, my Reclaimer. Okay. Oh, excellent. Excellent. How am I going to play this? Just prime time. Play Cloudpost. Get Glimmer Bog, probably. I guess I probably do that before. Maybe I just play the Ulamog out. Like, what if they... Yeah, I think I'm not in danger here. I think I just hit Reclaimer and Knight. That'll force them to act. And then with prime time, I can go get like Glimmerpost. Yeah, let's lead with the Ulamog. I'll play this Cloudpost out first. I guess I don't need to get Bog now is the thing. Could have also just taken a shot trying to find Emrakul at the Once Upon a Time. Just did that first thing. I think we'll be fine this way as well, though. Like, they would have to somehow make their Dark Depths here and not get me any more life. But this prime time will likely be able to do via, like, a Glimmerpost. Karakas is noticeably in the graveyard. One of my more important lands here. I'm kind of thinking getting Eye of Ugin Glimmer here. See what they do. See if they get like a Wasteland out. And I suppose there's no way, like they were probably going to do their 2020 at end of turn anyway. So there wouldn't have been like a window. Maybe they would have made it to block prime time. But they could have also just used their Knight to block the prime time as well. Oh, they're Karakas. Well, if this prime time gets to swing, then I'm going to get Glimmerpost, Vesuva, copy their Karakas, for sure. Let's go, prime time. Yeah, let's get Glimmer and Vesuva, copy their Karakas. And then second main, let's at least fire off Once Upon a Time. See if we find like Kozilek or something. Excavator. Kind of like that. Yeah, I think we take Excavator here. Give us some some leeway next turn. Let's play this out, this Reclaimer. And we'll take our 20. But we got lots of good stuff, though. I mean, they're at 13, so, like, this Ulamog and Reclaimer is, like, lethal. Man. So this is, like, a play that could potentially happen next turn if it comes to it. I've never actually done it yet. But with Yavimaya out for enough green mana, if we get, like, a primetime swing, we could search up Eye of Ugin and Glacial Chasm, sack the Eye to the Chasm, and then put that in the graveyard. And then, since Yavimaya gives us the green already, play the Excavator, and then get the Eye untapped. Which, like, essentially that lets us get Eye via the prime time and get it untapped, which is something we couldn't do otherwise. Yeah, just a little trick if it ever comes up. But yeah, felt pretty good after that Ulamog. Okay, green-white depths. Knight of the Reliquary decks are definitely the matchups where I miss having the old surgical extractions. But I have in the past been able to use Endurance to keep Knight of the Reliquary under control, at least like power and toughness wise, to a good extent. So I'm going to try and utilize them here for that reason. It's also chump blocks a 20/20 for a turn. Maybe a couple Force of Vigors also. Get their Mox Diamonds, Sylvan Libraries. Those aren't as important though, I don't think, as the Endurance. Let's cut our own Dark Depths. I like a bunch of the Singleton lands here. Bog, Tabernacle both have their roles. Crop rotation's good. Maybe just cut 2 maps. Maps might be a little slow. Oh, it's either that or keeping all the maps, but then just being lighter on Endurance. But Endurance has been the star so far today, so let's try and use them here. Let's see if we can find a role for Endurance in combating Knight of the Reliquary in this matchup. Ooh, I'm going to take a chance with this. Alright, green source away. In like 3 turns, but even so. We have the tools to get to prime time. Alright, to start, Needle and Wasteland. I likely will put Needle number 2 down next turn. Might be best to just name Knight of the Reliquary. I feel like they probably would have played a Reclaimer by now if they had it. Yeah, let's... I suppose I can wait on the Needle still. Yeah, maybe they'll play a Knight out, and then I can Needle it the turn after. I believe this deck usually runs Blast Zone as well. Which might be a consideration. Not sure if that's better than just naming Knight, though. I'm gonna look up some green-white deck depths lists. See if my fear of Blast Zone is legit. This first list I'm checking out does not have it. Also just name Thespian Stage, turn off their main win con. Damn. Damn needles being spells I played out. Am I afraid of dying right here, right now? I don't think I need to commit this needle just yet. I'm gonna hold on the needle. Let's give him one more draw here. See what happens. It seems like a pretty slow start for them. Which is good for us. Come on, green source, please. Damn. It might be worth just naming stage at this point. They're getting close to being able to just crop rot for everything, or just do it all in a single turn. Yeah, let's name stage. I'm getting a little bit worried at this point. Watch them be holding back like a Force of Vigor, just trying to blow me out. Getting punished by not having so many green sources. I mean, that'll come up sometimes in this deck. Shit. Oh, what if they played their Yavimaya? That would be so great. Okay. I feel like we're gonna die very soon. We're not out of this just yet. Oh, I can't, shit, I can't Green Sun because of Gaddock Teague. God damn it. Alright, let's see what happens here. Please take Yavimaya. There's no way they get Yavimaya here. It's Once Upon a Time does the least for me here, I think. Probably will pitch an Endurance just to shrink this Reclaimer here. Is that even worth doing? Let's see, I take 5, go to 5. That might actually be worth doing here. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I don't think this Once Upon a Time is gonna do much else anyway. That way if I draw like a Glimmerpost, I can buy another turn. Would love a Forest though. Or Yavimaya as well. Oh, I guess I go to 6. So, yeah, definitely glad I did that. Forest. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who would have thought with only 8 green sources, you sometimes wouldn't have green? You know? If I can draw a forest, I can crop rot for Yavimaya. Oh my Thank you, deck. Alright, how do we do this? I feel as if we should make use of these crop rots. If only just to get like a couple more Glimmerposts, if nothing else. Do I want to involve Glacial Chasm in any way here? Do I want to get Karakas and bounce the Gaddock and then be able to kill him next turn? I mean, I kind of like just playing to this Emrakul in hand. That's why I didn't discard it earlier to hand size. I could just play Yavimaya. I feel like I should use at least one of these crop rotations to like cycle a Glimmerpost. Put me to 5. Cast a Prime Time off of that. Also, I might want to end up crop rotting away this Yavimaya in the end. Is another consideration. Just kind of thinking like the safest route to go here. Like, what lands do I want to get involved here? Kind of thinking Tabernacle. I feel like people like criticize me for liking Tabernacle too much in some spots. But that will take them off of doing stuff next turn, which is how they could like climb out of this. Let's say I play Yavimaya out, crop right away Glimmerpost, get another Glimmerpost. That puts me to 5. And then from there, tap Glimmer and Yavimaya for green. Do I crop out the Yavimaya then? No, then I don't have the mana for the prime time that has to happen. Like, do I want to end up with a Karakas? Try and end up with Karakas untapped and play, is the question. If I play Yavimaya, crop rot for a Glimmerpost, like cycle that, play the prime time off of Yavimaya, Cloudpost. It's awkward though, the mana. Okay, what if I crop rot away for another Glimmer, tap one of the Cloudposts then, and the new Glimmer for green, crop rot the Yavimaya away for another Cloudpost. That means the one tapped Cloudpost will give me 4 mana. Will let me play the prime time. And then from the prime time, I could get Tabernacle, Glimmer, gain another 5 life. Also Glacial Chasm if something goes terribly wrong. Okay, I think I'm going to try that. But I have to sequence this very carefully here. Alright, green. We get a Glimmer here. This will be one of our other green sources. The end result is trying to get to this Emrakul next turn. And now green, green, green. Crop Rot Yavimaya, get Cloudpost. That would be my primetime mana. And will also set me up for Emrakul next turn. Goodbye green mana. You're not caring about green at this point. Other than the primetime. And now... Okay, could they like double Crop Rot here and kill me with... No, I have Stage Needled. Alright, I kind of feel just like doing Tabernacle Glimmer now at this point. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's probably the safest thing. Yeah, and like if they answer Primetime, then Chasm has me not at Emrakul mana. And Tabernacle's just at least disruptive. Yeah, let's do Tabernacle Glimmer. Final answer. And that was like a brain teaser one. Feel free to critique my line. Let's see if this pulls it off. Swords, okay. What if they had Force of Vigor, double Crop Rot? We would lose then. Alright. So let me get this Emrakul down. What a draw, though, Yavimaya. It might end up being a mistake to get rid of that Yavimaya, but... I really like what Tabernacle's doing this turn. That, together with this Emrakul Annihilator, it's going to screw them over pretty quickly. See, they can't even activate Reclaimer now. There's steps. Let's just start with Emrakul. See if they just scoop. Should play this Needle out on something, at the very least. Another Wasteland? Blaststone, I guess. You never know. Maybe a Reclaimer. Sweet. Yeah, it's very possible that I could have taken some different lines with that big turn. Green source just right in the nick of time. That's why you just have to have faith in the cards. Okay. 3-1. So yeah. This is... See if I can salvage this all the way to a 4-1. So as the last round's about to start, just like talk about a couple things. Yeah, it's been a fun league so far. This is definitely going to YouTube. Hopefully you all enjoy it. I don't know if you all saw this, but I have to brag. If you saw the undefeated deck list, I finally got a list posted that's not Cloudpost. It's the Anger Lizards deck. The Madness deck, I think, is like the most common name for it. And yeah, I've been loving Madness. It's a nice palate cleanser for my usual. Especially for me in particular. Opponents like never see it coming. So yeah, this is the list. 2 gambles so far. You know I love my 4-ofs, so maybe this is wrong, but I love just having 4 Firestorms. But yeah, once I get back to streaming, that will be a good in-between challenge rounds deck to play. It's so fast, too. Yeah, and it's like, red is like a color I just never really play in Magic, so the fact that it's a red deck that I enjoy is pretty special. These Mindbreak Traps could definitely be something else, but... yeah, I do enjoy some non-Cloudpost things every once in a while. You might never know, but it's true. On the draw again here. They mull to 6. How much do we trust this Once Upon a Time? You really need a green source. If not, and maybe 3 Pithing Needles is not what we want. But it could be a really good match for Needle as well. I'm going to take a chance. Plus we're on the draw, so any land would be great to draw. And then hopefully a green source off Once Upon a Time is to be found. Man. So Once Upon a Time is the best card in the deck by far. This little elf is an all-star itself, but Once Upon a Time brought the archetype back. And one like example of how it's so good in this deck is the fact that I'm keeping like a 1-land hand in a post deck. Like that would have never happened ever before Once Upon a Time. And I have a good feeling about this hand too, despite having 1 land. So let's see if I can pull it off. Opponent rolled to 5, by the way. This could be Tess, this could be Omni, could be just some regular old good stuff deck. No green source. Tony is punished again by not taking green. They put 2 cards on top with their Preordain. I think I'm just taking Cloudpost here. I don't even know what I Needle yet, so... I guess I have to get unlucky at some point in this league. I've gotten some pretty great top decks, not gonna lie. That Yavimaya... If I think this might be Tess, and I live a turn, I might just want to throw a Needle down and naming Wishclaw for the hell of it. Like, this makes me think not Omni at least, so that's good. What do you think? Does this smell like Tess? If I think it is, I would like to play a Needle this turn. But if not, I'd rather play the map and guarantee my land drop next turn. Maybe it's safe to not play the Needle out. Plus I have 3 of them, so if they like Thoughtseize, I think I should probably play the map. It's just like a shot in the dark if there even are tests. I don't even know why I'm thinking that. Like, that deck's not even on my radar all that often. So all this cantripping. They have so few cards in hand that we might have like a turn to live. This could be Ant now. I mean, I should definitely play a Needle down and say Wishclaws next turn, assuming I live. Don't kill me, brah. God, the lands. Let's go get Yavimaya here as our land. Beyond that, what is happening? I have 3 cards in hand. I could get Yavimaya, crop route like the Bog. Maybe it doesn't matter. Crop route the Cloudpost, whatever, to get Dark Depths. And then with the stage next turn, I'll be able to threaten the Depths kill. Definitely gonna Needle Wishclaw. Let's get Yavimaya. That's for sure gonna happen. And I guess I don't even need the Bog, really, at this point. since I'm using this crop rotation right now. But then what good does like a Cloudpost do me, given this like depths plan? Okay, I think the Bog is better to just tap around, potentially. And then the last thing I'm going to do is play Needle. Likely name Wishclaw, but I might say Misty if they don't use it here. Yeah, of course. Let's just say Wishclaw. And now we just pray. This way we have the Depths combo next turn. Crop Rot's not weak to like a Duress again. I don't know, I don't feel good though about this. 4 cards in hand, they could definitely still make something happen. This looks like Ant. Lotus Petal. Ooh. That's key. Alright, they're gonna go for something next turn. Let's hope this Bog is like... man. We'll have to sack this Cradle, is the thing. Because we need to keep the Bog around. But I think this Crop Rot might be our trump card. I'm definitely going to go make the token this turn. Let's leave the Bog untapped and see if they don't notice it makes green. Bad noise. Alright. 2 cards in hand. I can't stop that. There's Empty. Ritual. Ball Ritual. They're at 4. I don't know if they have it though. Did they play a land yet? I don't think they did. There's an LED. Maybe they'll go for Past in Flames. Okay, Tony, think. Is this the time to get him? They'll have 4 mana otherwise. I mean, if I bog him here, they'll have 4 after this happens. -1 for dark, +3 is 6. Because they already used one of the dark rituals thus far. 6 plus LED. What else could they have in hand? Like, how would I get punished by bogging right now? Like, maybe mana's not a constraint at this point. And maybe they're playing into Burning Wish. Or, not Burning Wish, Past in Flames. And I'd rather save the Bog for that. Alright, I'm going to let this happen here. Not playing my Crop Rot there also doesn't add to the storm count. Fuck. Fuck. What if they have Tendrils now? I mean, I'm going to do this right now, that's for sure. I should make some use out of this Crop Rot. If not Glimmerpost, then Bojuka Bog. 7 mana. So if they have, like, Past in Flames, they probably just win. So that's an incentive to take Bog. If they have Tendrils in hand, Well, they have 2 petals anyway, right? Or no, these are from earlier. So in order to Glimmerpost out of this, do I have enough Storm to do that? Like, is that 21 life gonna matter? Oh no. I mean, now I feel bad about not bogging the ritual. I guess I still would have had enough mana to, like, Infernal Tutor. Alright, I think... Let's make this thing now. Because I want to crop rot the Yavimaya away. I think Bog makes the most sense. Maybe they aren't playing around this. But we're probably just dead, though. And even if I did Bog in response to the Cabal Ritual, I think they still would have had enough to, like, Infernal Tutor plus Tendrils me. But I definitely feel worse about bogging right now, again. Damn. I don't think it mattered. I think I was dead either way. Show me Tendrils. Okay. I mean, I assumed as much. I just want to see it. You all know that legendary story about that one player that didn't have his win condition. I know you know what I'm talking about. Well, this is looking like it's going to be a 3-2 league, unfortunately. At least we have had some interesting lines that first game. Guess that's the most I could ask for. Mindbreak Trap obviously is the best card here. Force of Vigor I'll bring in hopes of hitting like an LED that's played out of sequence. Or if they're playing around Mindbreak Trap, then maybe I hit something that they play spread out over the course of multiple turns. And then Endurance is likely... And maybe saw like how Bojuka Bog last round at least like fucked with their mana. At least a tiny bit. But I don't really expect Force or Endurance to be all that impactful in this matchup. It's more just like little tools that might do something or do more than like 10, 15 mana cards. I think all the Eldrazi are probably coming out. Probably Eye. Excavator, Prime Time. Maps are slow. I don't really like Needle against Ant either. There might be like a Wishclaw in their deck as one of their payoffs, but you didn't see it any at all last game. Maybe I did want to just bring in Carpets and just try and power out like a quick depths kill. Maybe that's a better use of my cards here. Chasm. No, not against Ant. At least these. Let's do a 2-2 split of Carpets and Maps. Because Maps aren't great either. Kind of slow. But they're like a decent payoff if we happen to get Carpets. I don't know, maybe that's just wrong. Maybe I'd just rather have Maps. Or maybe I'd just rather have green cards for Carpets. Yeah, let's have that. To help pitch for our Endurance and Force of Vigors. And we can try and like accelerate a Depths combo via Crop Rod or Reclaimer too, so I don't hate it. It could be a lot worse. The sand does nothing. But maybe... It's like, what are we really looking for in a hand against Ant? Only Mindbreak Trap that's like definitely going to get duressed. This has like a potential fast kill. Let's try it. I don't feel good about it, but... They play an island, I can Endurance next turn. Just go in the aggro route. Let's not play our Tabernacle. I'll take me off mana. If you ever wanted to see Cloudpost go aggro, today is your day. Yeah, let's just slam this Endurance here. Your graveyard. Next turn, probably just Bojuka Bog. Hope a prime time turn 4 is going to be good enough. I never said the plan was good. It is a plan. 2 cards on bottom. Don't go for an opponent. I'll pretend like I might have a Mindbreak Trap. But we're 95% dead. Possibly more. This would be something to hit with Force of Vigor, potentially. If they like somehow passed your Infernal Tutor. Yeah. So there never would have been a window to hit LED, unfortunately. Yeah, no, this makes sense. No Lotus Petals yet. That's good. And they played their land. Come on, go opponent. I think they had to risk it. Would this 3-power Endurance make the difference? They're gonna pass here. Oh my god. So we're very likely dead next turn. At least they can't Thoughtseize though, since they'll be at 2. What's the best thing I could draw here? Probably Mindbreak Trap. Oh, easily Mindbreak Trap. It's not Mindbreak Trap. I mean, I'm definitely gonna Bojuka Bog this shit away. Mostly that Infernal Tutor. Smack him. Yeah, just Bojuka Bog for sure. I still think we lose this game, but you gotta admit, that was probably the closest we've gotten to beating Ant. And I owe it all to Endurance. Maybe that just becomes our general combo plan. Power out aggro creatures. One top, one bottom. It's not good. some ad nauseum tendril gurus out there probably know if my death is deterministic. Shall make them play it out. Past in Flames. Maybe they have to whiff on this Ponder or this Preordain. Oh, they put one card back on top for Preordain though, so. Or I guess they drew it already then. I think it's all down to this Preordain. Two cards bottom. But Infernal Tutor does it too though, so. God, what is this? Damn. I figured as much. I'm gonna ask if they have to... Alright. No, maybe they just don't want to answer. Or they just don't have chat. Oh, it's a 3-2. Disappointing to end against combo like that, but it is what it is. I mean, I kind of like just rushing out damage as fast as possible. I feel like that's probably the best of like a bunch of bad options in these matchups. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That was a fun league. 3-2, so not the greatest, but I felt like we got a good assortment of different decks, lots of good decisions. I'll try and I'm gonna try and pump out more of these videos. You all have been great as an audience, getting like some pretty awesome viewer counts for these entire videos condensed into single files, which probably makes for a better viewing experience. And yeah, I mentioned this earlier in like the midpoint of the whole league, but if anybody knows how I go about like getting like an intro video made for my stream, I'm very bad with video files, not very tech savvy. If you watch my stream, you know that. But yeah, any input you have for that, I would like to hear it. But yeah, thanks everyone. Until next time.